Technical difficulties, everybody. I can't not help but have them sometimes. So I'm glad to see you, Mama Ames. How has your day gone so far?
It's been busy.
Has it been busy?
Yeah.
How'd your doctor appointment go?
Oh, it was fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And Ethan had his exam too. He was good. 2020 or 2010. So
2010. That's farsighted or nearsighted?
Oh no, that's like beyond perfect.
Oh, is it?
Oh
Oh,
yes.
dang. So he's got like x-ray vision.
Yeah, he'd like you to think that.
He would, I'm sure. Right?
Yeah.
Hi, Joe. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're joining us. I do see Amy's comment that she has a doctor's appointment, so she's not going to be able to be here. So we'll miss her.
Yeah.
We'll miss her. So yeah. Alrighty. Well, you're joining us today because we're getting together and we're going to make chess cake. And this is something that is really yummy. It's really simple. You don't have to be an avid baker in order to make this and for it to turn out. It's almost foolproof. And I'm looking down here and I need to look up there. I'm sorry. But me and Mama Ames, we're going to give it a whirl. I think this is a new one for you, right? This is new for you?
Definitely.
Yeah, she's going to have dessert for dinner, though. So that's awesome. Right?
Yep.
Hey, Stephanie, Kathy, welcome, welcome, ladies. So just so everybody knows, I won't be putting comments on the screen because I'm using my iPad. And anytime I touch something on this thing, it messes everything up. So pretty much you're left to me just talking. I don't know what Mama Ames is allowed to do on her side, how she's working her cameras and all that stuff, but you'll be able to have our conversation. How's that? So first off, welcome in. If you're following along, there's some things that you're going to need. You're going to need 4 eggs. 4. I told you 3. You're going to need 4. You're going to need a half a cup of butter, melted. You're going to need a pack of cream cheese, a full pack. You're going to need a cake mix. Mine is gluten-free, so y'all can see. I'll show you what I use. And if you're gluten-free, you can tweak this. So you'll need a cake mix. You're going to need a cream cheese package. You're going to need some butter. You're going to need 4 eggs total, and you're going to need a pound of powdered sugar. Okay? I forgot to tell Mama Ames about the powdered sugar. Anyhow, I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot the powdered sugar. You're probably going to need 2 bowls. One to mix the crust. It's kind of like a crust in. One to mix your other topping in. And so we're going to make the crust first. It bakes. While it's baking, we're going to move on to the filling, the topping that goes on top of it. So it's pretty easy. It's not too hard. So are you ready? Are you ready, Mama Ames?
I'm ready.
Ready? Do you have any questions before we get started?
Yeah, what kind of pan am I baking this in?
Oh, yes, yes. 9 by 13, like your regular traditional cake pan.
Okay.
9 by 13.
All right.
And you don't have to grease it or anything because the butter's already going to be in the crust. So you don't have to do anything to the pan.
All right. Does it have to be metal or can it be glass or?
It doesn't matter either one. You're going to want to adjust your baking according to your, like if you have elevation things, kind of adjust your cooking temperature to that. Yeah. I set my oven at 350. I set my oven at 350. So if you haven't turned your oven on, turn your oven on and get your oven so it preheats while we're making our crust. And then I don't have a microwave. First off, wash your hands. First off, wash your hands. Always wash your hands, right? I already put my hair up. That's just my thing. I love to have my hair up when I'm in the kitchen. I don't want anybody to get a hair in their food. Mine are pretty easy. I can't say it's not mine. You know it's mine if it's purple. So, you know.
Yeah.
Right? I can't deny it. If you get a purple hair in your food, I can't say that's not mine. So, anyhow. Okay, so if you have a half a cup of butter, which is 4 ounces, or is equivalent to 1 stick, I believe, right? I buy mine in a 8-ounce, so I have to cut mine in half. And I'm not like real anal on the measurements. I'm a guesstimator. So I guesstimated that I cut this in half. Okay. There are measurement markers on it, but I don't go by them. I'm kind of I wing it a lot. I don't measure a lot. So I have to melt my butter the old-fashioned way. My butter has to go into a metal bowl and then into my oven. You gonna laugh at me? You want to laugh at me? Hi, Mary Jo. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Yvonne. I know a lot of people are checking out the auction, so if you're like doing the two screens open at the same time, that's awesome. So in my butter goes, it will melt down. While my butter is melting down, we will get started on the crust.
That's a lot of butter. I'm gonna have to use 2 bowls.
That's a lot of butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it melts down. Okay, so I have butter there, so I'm gonna put this one back in the refrigerator. Normally I keep butter out on my counter, so if I've used part of one, I put it out on the counter. Well, you know, in a dish. Sometimes you gotta be very specific. People think, oh, you just leave butter on the counter. Okay, so your cake mix, you're gonna empty your cake mix into your bowl. So pretty simple. Cake mix goes into the bowl. I like to be as tidy as possible. So I will take this package that I have my cake mix in, and I will put my eggshells in here. So that's what you'll see me doing. So if it looks like I'm throwing my eggshells on the counter, I am not. They're gonna go into my box that's sitting there. You can use whatever method you want. I like a wooden spoon to mix it because it's gonna get kind of crumbly and you're gonna turn it into almost like a dough ball. So cake mix is in. I have to wait for the butter. My butter takes a minute to melt. I'm liking your tie-dye shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It is a 4 ounces of butter. So it's half a cup of butter.
Or 1 entire stick if you're buying the sticks.
Yeah, if you buy sticks, it's 1 stick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just one
whole stick. Yep. It's so good, guys. I know you're like, that's a lot of butter. It's so good.
Oh,
but
I'm
think
fine
of it this way.
butter.
Think of it this way. That whole stick of butter, right? That whole stick of butter. I don't need it's for this big old pan. So you're really not eating that much butter. And honestly, don't be scared of butter. Butter's actually really good for you. Of course, in moderation, you don't want to eat like a whole cube a day, you know, by yourself. So did your people come for your kitchen?
Yes, he did come. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And we discussed what I want.
Fun stuff.
Yep.
Okay, while we're waiting, if you want to go ahead and get your cream cheese ready, you can. I have to wait for my butter, so you don't have to, but I'm going to open my cream cheese and I'm going to put it in my other bowl because you're going to need a separate bowl. I'm going to do that because I have to wait for my butter to melt. And this is usually how I do stuff anyway. I kind of multitask, bounce a little bit. So you don't have to. You can wait till that step if you want. But I figured I might as well do it since I'm standing here. And you know me, I'm hyper, so I got to kind of keep doing things. It's a little hard for me to stay still and not do something. All right. So I put the cream cheese in the bowl. That's just ready for infuse. We are going to be adding to this cake mix, you're going to be adding the melted butter and 1 egg. Okay. So you can get your 1 egg ready. It's just about done. So again, your oven should be set to 350. Okay, preheating. You will have just melted your butter in the microwave if you have one. I have to do mine in the oven. I don't have a microwave, so normally it's already kind of melted anyway because it's usually sitting out, but everybody does their own thing.
Do you
Right,
keep your all the time?
Do I keep what?
Do you keep your butter out all the time?
I keep some out all the time, yes.
You do?
Like I have a dish that I keep out right here.
Okay.
And this is for toast or whatever. So yes, this I keep out all the time. It's only there. We go through quite a bit of butter, so it's only there for like a couple days.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I keep that at room temperature, and that's just for our toast and stuff. Or if we have pancakes or something like that, it's already softened. But other than that, the rest of it stays in the refrigerator. Yeah. Okay, a few more minutes. It don't take too long. I probably should have melted it prior, and I didn't. I went sourcing today, and when I went sourcing, when I came home, I wanted to open up the stuff, and I should have been in here melting butter. So.
Do you find a lot of good stuff?
Yeah, actually there was not a lot, but a few new variety things. I found a moving sale, and so I found a couple really goodies for myself, and then also some other ones. So I got me a couple more pieces of Fenton and a piece of what I think it might be Halsey glass, but I'm not sure. I'll have to Google it, but it's yellow. And
Oh.
I don't run across yellow too often, and when I do, I try to grab the yellow. But yeah, it looks like a kind of like a candy dish, like a lifted candy dish, and then it's got under the underside, it's got the etching on it, so it's really pretty.
Oh wow!
And then picked up a piece of hand painted Fenton. It's a crusted candy dish with a silver handle. I picked up that, $5, and then
wow.
right? And then I picked up a little, it kind of looks like a little parfait glass. You remember I told you guys my mother-in-law took my first 2 pieces of Fenton that I picked up. She wanted them, and so I couldn't tell her no. The blue one and the green one. Well, today I picked up one that's red and yellow. So it kind of fades from red down to yellow. $1. I paid $1.
Wow.
Right? So those were my for me, those are treasures.
Oh yeah.
For myself. You know, I don't offer those for sale. Those are mine.
Oh
but
no.
Yeah. And I also picked up your box. So I have your box. So if you want me to, yes, as long as my kids aren't watching, I can open your box. I just don't want the one to see, because remember I told you they're going to be for Christmas.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I don't know if she's watching. She hasn't commented, but she's a sneaky one. So
maybe you shouldn't do it on the live.
What happened?
I said maybe you shouldn't do it on the live.
I know, right? But she should be at, let's see, what's today? Today's Friday, right? She should be at work today. So if she's at work, she shouldn't be able to be watching me. Okay, this butter's melted enough. All right, so we got our half a cup of melted butter. We have 1 egg, and we have our cake mix. We're now going to mix those together and turn it into kind of like a dough. Go ahead, my games, and crack your egg and your butter. Add your butter into the bowl with just the cake mix. That's it. Half a cup of butter and your cake mix. I'm gonna pour this to the side because it's kind of warm. Never pour hot butter directly on your eggs or you'll curdle them. Kind of make a little well to the side and dump the butter there, and then kind of incorporate it together. And so you're just going to stir, 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 stir. It's going to start to turn into a ball. And with an incorporated state where it just looks like a nice little dough ball, it's done. You're done mixing. You just want to make sure that all of your dry is moistened. You're so quiet.
I'm concentrating.
So
I'm concentrating.
Are you?
Yes, I'm not a baker. I'm not a baker.
Today you are. Watch. They're going to think, oh my gosh, you outdid yourself. And you don't tell nobody how easy it is. And then the next potluck you go to, you bring one of these bad boys with you, and they're going to be like, oh, hey, Ethan. They're going to be like, Mama Ames makes the best desserts, and no one will ever know. Hello? Hello?
He's a magnet. He's a magnet.
I know. That's okay. Your tips are always helpful, by the way, Ethan.
Thank you. He's a good auction partner.
Yes. Yes. A very good salesman. Very good salesman. Okay. So it should get nice and I'm going to bring this up here. This is what it should look like. It's like almost like a dough. If I squeeze this with my hands, it'll hold together. Okay. So I did wash my hands earlier. So now I'm gonna actually take off my little rings because those ones will end up in the dough. My wedding ring, no, but my other ones will. So this one right here, you're gonna take this out. You're gonna take your pan. Okay, you're gonna take this dough and you're gonna squish it together a little bit, and then you're gonna lay it in the pan and you're gonna smush it all out so you have an even layer. Okay, and that's gonna be your crust. So just dump it on in the pan. And if I go too fast, Mama H, just tell me to slow down.
Okay.
Just tell me to slow down. So you just dump it in your pan. The easiest way to do this, so I squeeze it a little bit just to make sure that it's all incorporated. Get your hands in it. I should have told you this earlier, but if you get a like a glass jar, or I'm trying to think what would be the easiest for you to use. You can smush it. You can smush it flat without having to use your fingers. But if you're okay with using your fingers, just squish it with your fingers down.
Yeah, I'm okay with fingers.
Okay, because some people like to use, they want it to look perfect. And it actually is kind of cool when it's got the little divots from your fingers and it looks homemade.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
You're like, you didn't tell me I was going to get to play with Play-Doh today.
It does feel like Play-Doh. It doesn't smell like Play-Doh, though, so that's a good thing.
You're like, what is she having us eat? And I will tell you, if you've never had gluten-free and you need to start switching over to gluten-free, there's several different cake mixes that are gluten-free. This is the one, I believe this one might be from Stater Brothers or Walmart, but it is a gluten-free white cake mix. And I will tell you, when I make this, family does not even know. They can't tell. This
really?
dessert, yes, this one particularly, they can't even tell. Now, there's some other ones you can, but this one, no. And if you're looking for chocolate cake, one of the best chocolate cakes that you can buy that's gluten-free is from Bob's Red Mill. If you want to switch over to gluten-free, there are really good alternatives if you still want to have your treats from time to time. This gluten-free chocolate cake is fantastic. And I will give you a tip. Anytime you make your devil's food chocolate cakes, add a cup of mayonnaise. All the ingredients it asks for, add the mayonnaise. And people will swear that you made that cake from scratch. You don't even have to tell them that you used a mix.
I've heard that
Okay.
before. Okay, gotta wash my hands again.
All right, so I'm gonna bring this up and show you what mine looks like. It is not completely flat. If you like that look, just grab the bottom of a flat glass and press it down. It's not necessary because it's gonna be covered with another layer, but the choice is all yours, okay? Some people are very particular how their items look. So this is how it was gonna look. How does yours look, Mommy? Perfect. Perfect. Okay.
Yay!
So is your oven ready? I'm looking down here and I'm sorry. I should be looking right there.
Yep, it's ready.
Okay. Let me do this really quick. And let me go to, hold on a second.
It smells
Right
good.
here. We're gonna go with,
Hi, 10th Angel. That's my friend in the chat.
hello. Okay, we're going to, where did it go? I thought we baked this once already. Hold on a second. Okay, we don't bake it. I swore I double baked it. Okay, you don't double bake it. Okay, never mind. I must be thinking of another thing. I've only made this twice. And it's been far apart in between. Okay, so remember 45 minutes in case I forget.
Okay.
So 45 minutes. So let's make the other portion of
You're muted. Did you mute yourself? Hold, please. We're having technical difficulties. You're still muted.
still.
Nope, now I can hear you.
Okay.
I was like, no, I need you. I don't know what I'm doing.
I told you anytime I touch something on here, she's like, I need you. I need you.
Come back. Come back.
Oh yes, it's very vanilla-y smell. You should smell like some vanilla from the vanilla cake.
It smells
And
really
you can use whatever cake you want. If you want to use yellow, you can use yellow. If you want to use vanilla, you can use vanilla. I prefer vanilla just because I like that richness of vanilla. But you can use either one. You probably could even get away with using a chocolate cake if you wanted to. It would just have a whole different, kind of like a brownie with a blondie. It would have that kind of flavor. If you, that's a good idea to try. That's a good idea to try. Okay, really quick. I'm sorry. I'm ignoring everybody. I'm working. Stephanie said, I live 15 minutes from the Fenton factory. It's closed now. That's kind of cool. I just want to say hi. This is Spirit Junkie. I'm too tempted by the discussion of yummy in my tummy food. I think I need a salad. Okay, you guys were talking and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Did you find us some good stuff on your sourcing? I did. I did. Who else? Can you see the chat too, Mama Ames?
I do. I have my iPad on down here. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at.
Okay. Yes. Nancy Smith, that was funny. Curdled eggs. Yes, it will curdle them. Rose, hello, hello. Stephanie says no sound. Okay. And then I wanted to say, oh, hi to 10th Angel. Yes. And that's who you said, that's your friend, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, here we go. Cream cheese in the next bowl. Cream cheese in the next bowl, and you're gonna need a mixer, Mama Ames.
Okay.
There's another thing I didn't tell you.
I'm prepared for that one.
Perfect. Okay, so cream cheese in your mixer bowl. If you're gonna use a standing mixer, make sure you put all these ingredients into your mixer bowl. I'm gonna use a hand mixer. I do have that KitchenAid, but I'm not gonna bust it out for this because it's over there and I'm right here. So I'm gonna use my hand mixer. And it's gonna get loud for a minute, but you know, you guys can mute us while we're mixing if you want. So cream cheese is in the bowl, and then you're gonna add your 3 eggs. Please crack them first. However works for you, if cracking them in the bowl so you don't get your shells, do it that way. I go straight in the bowl. So everybody does different. So in the bowl goes mine. So cream cheese, 3 eggs. My oven's good and hot. I can feel it already.
Really?
Yeah. I get
What's
hot
the
so
temperature?
easy. It's disgusting.
What's the temperature there today?
Today we're probably close to 100 again, if not over. Oh, look, I got something touching me. All right, and then you're gonna take that 1 pound of powdered sugar. Okay, so 1 pound of powdered sugar, and I'm doing something silly here. I'm just taking a 2-pound bag of sugar, and again, I'm not estimating, I'm not measuring, because I just do it that way. A lot of people have a hard time following me when I make something from scratch because I don't measure, I just do. I just do it. I don't know. My daughters always tell me, Mom, you need to write it down. I said, well, how about if you just come in the kitchen and however much I say this is, then I'll put it in a container and then you can say how much it is. And then you can write it down.
Yeah, that's why I'm not a good baker, because I don't like to measure when I cook. I just throw it all in.
Yes, and baking, you have to measure.
Yeah, you do.
You have to measure. Except with this. This you don't have to measure. I'm guesstimating. This is a pound of powdered sugar.
So you throw it all in?
All of it.
Here we go.
All of it in the bowl. You don't have to pre-whip that egg and that cream cheese or anything. You just put it all in. So now I still have 1 pound of sugar here. Yay for me.
You can make another one.
Well, usually this will be frosting of some sort, but yes. And I'm out of my gallon baggies, so now I have to use this great big old 2-gallon baggie because I don't want ants. But normally I'll store my sugar in a baggie after I've opened it, just to keep it right. Okay, and no ants, because we're known to get ants, so they just appear when they feel like it. They'll even go where there's no food, you know, like they're in the bathroom. What are they doing in there? I don't understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what are they doing? I don't get it.
They crawl in a little line too.
Yes, yes. I will tell you the best cure for your ants, you're going to get them every year. They never go away. But the best stuff you can put down for your ants is called taro, Terrro. It's a little gel in a bottle. Don't touch the ants when you find them. You take that taro and you put little drops where they're walking, and they all swarm to it. And then they take it back, and about 2 days, don't touch nothing for 2 days. You have to be able to let it be for 2 days. Don't clean nothing. And let them eat all that stuff. Take it back to the colony. In 2 days, you will see no ants. Then go through your kitchen, wipe everything down, and you don't have to worry about it. Just saying, it works perfect. Okay, here we go. Are you ready to mix?
I am.
All right, here we go. We're gonna both mix at the same time. Hopefully you'll get all that noise. Just mute us. And we're gonna have a mix to go on top of our cake. So just mix it until it's nice and creamy.
Okay.
Here's a little tip. Start off on low if you're using a hand mixer.
Yeah.
Because if you go full bore, you're gonna have it all over you.
Yeah,
that powdered sugar.
It's gonna fly out everywhere.
Yep. And not ignoring you, I'm going to catch up on comments soon, guys. Scrape down your bowl and then go for it again, just to make sure you get all of the stuff incorporated, because some of it will stick to the sides.
All right, now, come on.
And it's going to have the consistency of like a tacky batter, kind of like a tacky batter. You can't mess it up. If you put the cream cheese, you put the 3 eggs, you put the powdered sugar, you can't mess up. It is what it is. All right. All right. That's done. Okay. Now you're going to grab your pan that we already pressed down the bottom layer. And then you're going to take your mix. I'll show you what this looks like. Just creamy. Do I spill it? There we go. Just creamy. Perfect. And then you're just going to pour it on top. You're just going to pour it on top of that crust.
I should have had the camera angled down more from the beginning.
It kind of reminds me of, yeah, I'm not camera savvy. I'm like, I sit it one way and you get what you get. You just get what you get. I'm struggling. You see the little dot down in the other third one? I can't remove that or you guys get no sound. And I haven't figured out how to have my camera on StreamYard and my main device on StreamYard without it buzzing. I haven't figured it out. I've tried shutting off one mic, using the other, and it only works where I shut off that camera mic and I use this mic. But in doing so, I can't remove this dot or then there's no sound. Yeah, it's not cool. I haven't figured it out yet. So just spread it across. Just make sure that the crust is all covered. It pretty much self-levels itself. Again, this is super easy to make. Super, super easy to make. If you clean as you go, no big mess either. This doesn't make a whole lot of mess. You don't have to have what, 2 bowls, a spatula, a spoon. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Okay. You got yours in? Oh, you put your camera down. She's so savvy. God, she's so savvy. I need lessons. Okay, let's see. You got
ready for the oven?
Ready for the oven. Go in at 350. And if you have a timer, please, if you're baking, always if you're baking, it's going to tell you a time to cook it for. Please set it for 5 minutes less. This is just a tip if you're new at baking. So we're supposed to bake it for 45 minutes. Set your timer for 40 minutes. And the reason I tell you that is because you can't unbake something, but you can bake it longer if you need to, okay? Once you bake something, that's it. You can't undo it, okay? So a lot of times that's a lot of the problem with baking is people will put it for the longest time that it says. Like if it says for your cake to bake it between 35 and 38, people will set it for that 38. And depending on your weather, the climate, your elevation, your oven, okay, because this knob might not be very accurate according to what's going on inside. So it's always best to put it for less time. If it says bake 30 minutes, bake it, set your timer for 25, keep your eyes on it, test it to see if it's done, or leave it for the rest of the 5. Because once you bake something, you can't go back. So if you burn it, baking is bad when it's burned.
Yeah.
It's kind of like toast. You burn your toast, and they'll tell you, oh, just scrape it off. No, you can still taste the burn, you know?
Yeah.
So you want your folks to rave about your dessert, not choke it down. Right?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, I'm gonna bring this closer. I have my coffee right here. I'm gonna throw my eggshells away real quick. And then we have time to chat.
Yay.
Right? We have some time to chat. So this one is my dry one for my hand. I'm gonna wipe up all the little residues of sugar because if I don't, it'll sit there and then I'll be in trouble later.
Yeah.
All right.
You
There
know
we go.
talking about.
I'm really big at clean as you go. I have been for many, many years. It's hard for me to work in someone else's kitchen if they're opposite of that. You know, they're just kind of make a mess everywhere. I'm like, oh, I can't think. I can't think. Terrible. Okay. So now I should have brought me a little chair. Are you on a chair?
I'm on a stool.
You're on a stool?
Yeah.
I'm on a stool.
Down some.
Thank you, Rosie. I can't highlight comments. Again, if I touch this thing, I'm in trouble. You've already seen it 3 times already today. But okay, so let's see. Sandy says, nice to meet you all. And you can jump in whenever you want, Mama Ames.
Okay.
Did you use the whole bag of sugar? No, there's not a third person, Rose. That's my other camera. So you'll see the little bubble moving when I talk. It's because that camera is this in front of me. And if I turn it off, there's no sound. So, okay. So I'm going to try it. Let me see if it'll work. There we go. There's the question.
Yes.
Sandra, did you use a whole bag of sugar? So Mama Ames, yes. She used a whole bag of sugar because her bag was 1 pound.
Yep.
And I used half a bag because mine was a 2-pound bag. So it's 1 pound of sugar. I don't know how many cups that is. It just calls for 1 pound.
Yeah, and that's how the box is marked. So
1 pound.
So you want the powdered sugar, not the granulated.
Yes, yes. Now, if you are in a predicament and you have a coffee grinder, clean your coffee grinder out and you can powder your own sugar with granulated. So you can buzz your regular granulated sugar in a coffee grinder and make powdered sugar. So if you're in a pinch, it's doable. Okay. Let's see. Rosie says, I destroy the ant line. Go ahead.
Arthur said he needs a sample.
We're in California or in, what is it? Arkansas? Virginia. Why did I think Arkansas?
I don't know.
She's like, no, don't move me there.
Please.
She's like, please don't move me there. So Kelly in Texas is here. Welcome. Yvonne, happy Friday. Let's see. Arthur says, watching is one thing, and you need some samples. Got it. We told you where we're at, guy. You got about 30 minutes to get here. 30 minutes. It's coming out the oven. Okay. Sandy says she's a clean as she goes girl while she cooks kind of gal. It's the best way. Topping is going to be amazing. Yes, it's wonderful. It almost looks like the consistency of a thick condensed milk when you're making it. Was yours about that consistency?
Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah, about a thick condensed milk.
Yeah. It kind of was the color.
Yes, even the color, yes. Okay, here you go. That's the gluten-free cake mix. And this one is the chocolate that I showed earlier. So this is for a chocolate cake, if you like chocolate cake. This one is fantastic. This flour as well. If you're substituting gluten-free flour, Bob's Red Mill cup for cup, you can make just about any recipe cup for cup. So if you're making chocolate chip cookies and you're gonna make them gluten-free, you get Bob's Red Mill. I can tell you it will come out perfectly. And you just follow the recipe, you're just subbing out this. Everything else you do the same in the recipe. You're just subbing out that gluten-free flour in place of regular flour. Yep. Baking
Awesome.
was rough. You don't even want to know.
What was rough?
Baking. For changing from gluten to gluten-free, baking was probably the hardest thing ever because it took them a while to get the ratio right. Okay, because you're using flours that don't have the same protein and like glutinous factor that regular wheat flour does. And so what happens is your stuff doesn't rise, or it's really tight, or the texture is off, you know? And so it's come a long way. Their gluten-free mixes and their flours and stuff. Not all are equal, I will tell you that. Not all mixes are equal, but it's come a long way. It's come a long way.
Yeah, I have a nephew who is, well, when he was little, he was allergic to everything food related, like everything. And my sister had such a hard time finding him anything that he could eat. And as he's gotten older, he's outgrown a lot of them. But the one thing that stuck with him is the egg allergy. And when he was little, I mean, trying to find recipes or alternatives, anything on the grocery store shelf that the poor child could eat, it was just horrible.
Yes.
So even now, like a birthday cake, the recipes on the internet even alone is just a wealth of information for people with food allergies or sensitivities. And it seems to be like a much better world for people who have.
Yes. And I think part of it is the people that have the issues were motivated to try to, how would you say, experiment and make things work, where they weren't depending on the store to do it. Does that make sense? The companies, because the companies, they're just wanting to make money. They're not trying to satisfy a need.
Right.
So, I think it's amazing. And they usually come up with really great tasting things, the people that have a need.
Oh, yeah.
And they experiment. They come up with great tasting stuff.
Yeah, she'll make. I see my dad has developed. It's more of a sensitivity to eggs. Like he can't eat eggs. Like if he eats a small piece of regular cake, he's okay. But if he were to eat like a lot of eggs or
like an omelet,
he was really sick. So it's not like a life-threatening allergy. Like my nephew, if he ingests eggs, he gets the anaphylactic reaction where his throat's closing up. I mean, it's life-threatening. But so my sister has like learned to make cakes that are egg-free, and they're really good.
Yes. Yeah, and you'll use different things like applesauce. You can replace eggs with applesauce. Let's see, Kathy, this is called chess cake. See if this works okay. Chess cake is what we just made. And you can, I will tell you the recipe that I got it from was if you just type in chess cake on YouTube. There's a lady that has short brown hair. It's kind of curly. And, well, it's shoulder length. It's not short. It's like shoulder length. And it's Appalachia something. Appalachia Kitchen or something like that. And she does all kinds of different Appalachia type recipes. And on there, in her link of her video, she gives you a link to her channel or her page on the internet, and it has the recipe there. But there's many of them that you can follow on there. But she's the one that I got the recipe from. But yeah, just Google it. Google it or YouTube it. There's so much stuff you can YouTube and find out how to do stuff. It's awesome. It's awesome. That is one cool thing about the internet, right? There's so many bad things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, your drive breaks down and you can Google like how to figure it out, figure out what's wrong, how to fix it on your own.
Yeah. how to change a solenoid,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I was telling Todd earlier. Well, I've told him before, not today, but I was saying, I could pretty much paint these cabinets. Like if he comes back, the kitchen guy comes back with a really outrageous number. That's one thing that we can mark off the list. I'm pretty sure I can do this. I've watched enough YouTube videos.
Right?
I don't want to do it
Yeah.
because it's going to be a long process, but I'm pretty sure I'm smart enough to be able to do it.
Right, right. Are you just changing out your cupboards, or are you doing a whole reconfigure?
No, I don't want to reconfigure. I mean, I would love to. If this was the house that we were going to stay in forever and ever, then yes.
Right, right.
I would eventually want to reconfigure the whole kitchen because it just doesn't work for me. But we're not going to retire in this house. We're going to downsize once Ethan is old. Because it's 2 stories, so it's a lot of space, and as I'm getting older, I just don't want to take care of it. It'll end up being too much. So we want to downsize. We want everything we want. The next house will be our dream house.
Right, right.
All that
I get it.
House will be our dream house.
Yep, I get it. That's kind of like what we've done. When we moved here, our kids were all gone. And so we actually, for us, it was more space, not less space. It was more space. But yeah, this was where we wanted to be, because we wanted to move out here when the kids were in school. And our kids were like, no, I don't want to go to another school. And, all this, they would have been better off going to another school. But we stayed put so that they could finish out with, they knew the people from school since they were little, all the way up till they graduated. So, and that was something I never had. So, okay, but now we're here and our kids are in another town, and it is what they're only 20 minutes away.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we did. We're like, no, this is our home. I think this is going to be where we, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. But yeah.
This was our kid raising house, I guess. You could call it that.
Yeah.
This is where we did all that. And we're still doing. So.
Yes. Yes. Arthur said, how does it compare to chess pie? One of my favorites. So basically, the difference is you're not going to have that traditional pie crust bottom. You're going to have it's almost like a cake crust bottom. It's still got that buttery flakiness to it, but it's not pie crust. But it's going to have that feel. Little thicker. So it's a little thicker than a pie crust. Your filling also is probably going to be a little bit more tight. I know with chess pie, it's more set. Is that the right words to describe pie? When you make pie, it's more set, and you can kind of it shakes. Where with this, it's going to be more set, more tight, and cracky, chewy. That's the word. It's got some chew. It's chewy. It's hard to explain. Like good chewy. I'm like, Mama Ames, describe it. When it comes out the oven, describe it.
Okay.
Right?
I'll get Ethan here to describe it.
Yeah. That's how I did. I don't know. I don't have good descriptive words. Should I open your package? I don't think my daughter's here.
You can, yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Davita. There's another one. Hi, Davita.
Did I miss somebody?
Yeah.
You can do chat too.
Hi, okay. Davita. Thank you for coming in.
Welcome. I can already smell mine. Can you smell yours?
Yes. It smells vanilla-y.
Okay, so this is my package that I ordered from Mama Ames when she did her 1,000 sub celebration. And I'm opening it upside down. So reason being is because I didn't want the label to pop up on the camera. So here we go. So I will tell you, she packed very, very nicely. I'm loving the paper. I recently myself switched over to paper from pillows. I'm loving it, by the way.
Yeah.
This was the cell that Ethan helped out with. This is the cell that Ethan helped out with. I will tell you that, hello. I will tell you that I picked up a lot of these for gifts. My youngest daughter loves elephants. And so I had this bright idea to pick up enough elephants to represent everybody in her family. And so this will be my Christmas to them. Will be these, oh, this one's so pretty. Oh, it's up here. I'm all showing you right here. It's a beautiful gray stone elephant. Beautiful gray stone elephant. It's way prettier in person. And I will tell you, anytime you shop, it almost always is. It almost always is prettier in person. The cameras tend to not give you the full effect of items. And I will tell you, this is way prettier in person. So it's beautiful, Mama Ames.
Oh, I'm glad you like it.
Just know your goodies are going under my tree.
Awesome. I'm still looking for one more for you.
Yes, I have one, but that one was mine. But if I can't find it or you can't find it, I can always use that one.
Okay, good.
But she's already seen that one.
Right, yeah.
She's seen it on my shelf. Okay, this one, the same daughter likes owls, but I don't think I'm gonna do that for her. I think I'm gonna get owls for my middle one because she loves owls as well. And so this was one that I got. I probably should bring it closer. This is the other one that I got. And it's all stone. You can see all of the marbling on this one. Super pretty, super solid. I might do owls for my middle daughter, and do 3 owls for her because their family's a family of 3. So just so you know. So I have these things in my mind this year. All right, and this one. It's like Christmas for me. I feel like I have Christmas even when I'm shopping for everybody else's Christmas.
I know. I love opening
And I love Christmas. It's like my favorite. Like, I don't even have to get presents. I just like decorating for Christmas and shopping for Christmas, and that's enough for me.
I know. It's my favorite time to decorate. I love it. Actually, fall is my favorite time to decorate.
That's my daughter's favorite. That's my daughter. The one in Montana, she loves fall. These are, babe, look at these. You don't have to come in here, but aren't they pretty? These are going to be for Shelby. She's going to love them. I want to do enough for the family, for her and the kids. Okay. See, there's more. There's more. Aww. See, I did it upside down. I'm all throwing this on the floor. I'm making myself a mess for later. Don't do what Rita does. Don't do it, Rita. There's a car. See, you do the thoughtful thing. I just throw candy in. It's not as thoughtful.
Candy works too. I like the candy.
Look how pretty. Oh my God. You know what's funny? You want to hear something really funny? Because you remember when we were talking about doing crafts? Is this private? Is this a private thing? Is it private? I can show it? Or is it private?
Well, you can show it. It's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. There's nothing super private. I didn't write anything on that. But isn't that pretty?
It's very pretty. And up here, there's a little clip with a stamp. I love it. Did you make this?
I put it together, yes.
There is a note. You said you didn't. You said you didn't write on it. You did write on it.
Yeah, I wrote on it.
For all your support and your help, I sure do appreciate you. I look forward to collaborating with you soon. I'm super excited. Thank you. See, I want to be more thoughtful. Maybe you'll rub off on me. But remember we were talking about crafting?
Yes.
So one of the things I thought of was I have a lot of this kind of stuff, right?
Mhm.
And I thought it would be really neat to do a crafting day where you're kind of like, at least in my mind, I'm preparing for my lives, where making like little beautiful little things like this just to drop in boxes.
Uh-huh.
Just I think they're beautiful. So did you make this? Because I didn't hear yes or no.
That actually was a Stampin' Up kit. So
Okay.
it came like kind of pre-made, but you kind of had like punch the little things out, like
Okay.
it was perforated, so you had to punch them out and then put the stickers on them and fold it and thread the
Yes,
little
there's
shape
yes
through and
related.
tie. So you know what I mean. It was like in a
Yes.
little kit, but you didn't have to like intricately cut the things out and all that.
Yes.
So some of the work was
It's
done for
pretty.
you. You just had to do the final work.
I'm gonna put this by my ladybug board. I'm gonna put this by my ladybug board. It is super pretty.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
You're welcome.
I untied the bow. Like, oh my gosh. Now, me with my nails, I would never be able to tie that bow. But this is so pretty. Thank you, thank you. And
You
these are
could
beautiful. There's one
you could
more.
you could get one of your grandbabies to do it for you.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Let them
That
help
is
you.
true. I do want to have them, when I do crafts, I do want to have them over as well. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's fun. It's
It
so
is
much
fun.
fun.
It's a lot of fun.
And I like to foster them using their creativity.
Yep. My middle son used to go with me. I used to do a lot of scrapbooking back before the digital age hit, and you still printed out all your pictures. And Carson used to go with me to like scrapbooking days where you just go all day and work in your scrapbooks and sit around and eat and talk.
Right? Yes.
And he'd go with me. He would gather up all his little crafting stuff and he would just go and just create stuff. It was a lot of fun. Now he'd get tired of it about halfway through the day. So I would call Todd and say, "Okay, he's done. You can come get him," and he would come and pick him up. But he hung in there for a few hours with me. It was a lot of fun.
That's cool. It's
Mm-hmm.
always fun because you get to see what's in their creative mind,
Mm-hmm.
their perspective. Like,
Yeah.
like when kids start to color and they'll color a purple elephant and you're thinking in your mind, why did you color purple, not gray? Or, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you get to see their creativity and it's cool. So this is the third one, the little brown guy. So I will tell you, my daughter has 3 children, a little boy, and then she has 2 girls. And so I might have to use that one that I have. It's green and it's just a bit smaller than this one. So they would all go down in size. So we'll see. If you don't find me one and I don't find one, I will put that green one in with these. These are beautiful, Mama Ames. Really nice finds. Really nice finds. I am so happy with these. You don't even know.
Oh,
You don't
I'm
even
so
know.
glad.
It was funny when you showed the first one. I was like, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. How did she know this?
Oh, I'm glad you're happy with them.
Yes. They're pretty. They are. They're very pretty. I love
I
them.
thought they were. I thought they were.
Yes. So guys, I know that I can't drop links off of this thing. But please make sure that you're checking out Mama Ames. Are you going to be doing any sales or anything like that?
I haven't planned one yet.
Okay.
I'm just getting over the last one.
Right? Right? Well, if you're down for coming on my channel to do a sale, we can always do that.
Okay.
I'm always down for it. I don't throw it out there because I don't know who wants to do it, who doesn't want to do it, and pretty much you kind of got the feel for me already. I'm kind of choosy. So, but I love you. I want you to know that. And you're always welcome. Whether it's
Oh,
chit-chatting like this and doing stuff together or selling, just know that all you have to do is say the word. I have to
Well,
do is say
I
the word.
appreciate you. I love you too. And I think we we kind of meld together. I guess I'm trying to find the right word. It's kind of like we hit off and we have the same beliefs, and it's kind of like, the Bible talks about being equally yoked.
Yep.
And it's important to be equally yoked when you're in a relationship and when you're married. But I think it's important to be equally yoked in your other relationships too.
Yep.
Because, from experience, when you're not, uh, there's a lot of devastation that can occur. A lot. And so I'm really glad I stumbled upon your channel.
Yeah.
Your
And
devotion.
me the same. I'm glad that I found your channel, because that first day that I heard that one, I was like, oh man, I like her sass. I just like your sass. I do. I was like, oh, I like her. I could talk to her, like talk, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about, like back and forth, like talk. So,
Yeah.
mm-hmm. I agree. I agree. Sandy says Mama Ames is good people.
Oh my goodness.
Um,
Look how many people have come in.
right?
Oh,
Guys,
Davina.
you came in time for that cake to come out of the oven, is what you did. Joe says you mesh well. Yay. So we already have one thumbs up for that, right?
My friends are coming in. Yay.
Yay.
Y'all subscribe to Rita. You'll like her. Your devotions, I found them at the right time, because they really have kept my mind centered on the Lord when I really, really, really needed it. Because, when we're human, and when things occur, our initial reaction is to act in the flesh, and we want to lash out. And especially when we see things that are wrongdoings,
Yes.
our initial reaction is to be like that. And it's not the right way to be. We're followers of Christ. We're supposed to be Christ-like. And so your devotions really help my mind remain centered on where it's supposed to be. And it's really gotten me through.
That's awesome.
It's really gotten me through some really emotional times,
Mm-hmm.
where I could have gone that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Yep.
So I'm thankful that you've allowed the Lord to use you in this platform, and thankful for your Facebook followers, your Facebook friends, for
Yes.
supporting you and bringing you onto YouTube and allowing you to have the platform on YouTube, because I would have never found you if it weren't
Yeah.
for that.
See, that's awesome. And see, this is the thing too. So I felt that the Lord was calling me to do the devotions. And, your first response when he calls you to some stuff is kind of like, you're kind of nervous. Like, are you sure? Like, are you sure? You want to make sure you're sure what you're hearing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when I did it, it was probably about a week that I was doing it. And I had went to it was actually the last women's Bible study that I attended. And I haven't gone back, because I'm doing all of this now. And so and there was a couple other reasons, but it's mostly doing this now. And it was at that last Bible study during worship that the Lord says you need to incorporate Facebook, because I didn't have it on Facebook. And so I was like, okay, are you sure? And it was like, you need to incorporate both. If you're going to do it, you need to go for both, because all of these people need to hear. I'm like, okay. So then when I started double streaming the devotion, that was like a big step out, because I was very nervous. We're always very nervous. We're always very
Yeah.
nervous to take that stand publicly. Do
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to stand with your friends. It's one thing to put yourself forward with the world.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was all the Lord's timing for you guys, for what I do. And all I wanted to do was just give the Lord's word. That's it. He says, just give them my word,
Mm-hmm.
nothing more, just my word. And whoever's supposed to be there, I've always had this mindset whenever, when I would open my home for Bible study, I always had the mindset, who's ever supposed to be here will be here. The
Mm-hmm.
Lord will draw who's ever supposed to be here, and he will minister. Like you're saying, it was timing for you. He will minister. He knew what you already were asking him, and so he opened that. And I truly believe that with all of it, that he's gonna draw certain people at a certain time frame, that they're gonna hear his word, what needs to be heard, and
Mm-hmm.
it will minister. So thank you. I appreciate your encouragement. So appreciate it. I so appreciate it. And I'm glad that he's ministered to you, because I know for me, I told you I have that thing over my bathroom, because it's easy. It is so easy to be offended, right? Be offended by the things that people do.
Yes.
One, because you weren't that way to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually what it's for. I wasn't that way to them, but they did this thing, and it's like really, in your first instinct is protect yourself, right?
Right.
Do that thing that your flesh wants to do, get even,
Right.
or pay them back, or whatever it is. And the Lord's like, no, you know better than that. But sometimes we need that human, right? That human to
Mm-hmm.
come alongside of us and give us that little reminder. You know
Right.
what? The Lord said, let him do it. And it's
Right.
like, oh, okay.
But I really
I do that. I'm like, oh, okay. But
I
yes,
really want to give it to him hard.
yes. Can I just do this? Or it's like, now if you do that, you're gonna have to repent.
If you
Because I
do
don't
that,
want to repent.
yeah, right. If you do that, then you're gonna sow the wrong things, honey.
Yep, exactly, exactly. I'm sorry, you guys. We're not ignoring you. We're not. We're just chit chatting, and it says David. Is it Davida?
Yeah,
Davida Lane
yep.
says she wants to make a scrapbook pocket. A scrapbook pocket. Is that kind of like the way this was decorated, and then you add it to your scrapbook? This like pocket, right? This area is like a pocket. Is that like what you're talking about?
I don't know. Oh, gosh, I haven't done scrapbooking in so long.
A scrapbook pocket. Did you ever make it was like a surprise pop-up card? I made one for my mother-in-law, where it has it looks like a box made out of like cardstock. Like it looks like a box. You take off the lid and it flips open, and it's got all these like layers. And on each one you can embellish it or put pictures or whatever. I made one of those for my mother-in-law. She still has it to this day. She never threw it out. Yeah, that's fun. That would be fun to make.
I've never I did basic scrapbooking. I'm not even gonna lie. I never really made like the fancy cards and all of that. I was really into sending cards, and I still like to do it. And I would love to make cards. I mean, I would love to try my hand at it. I've just never done it before. So
Yeah.
I'm open to try anything crafting related. Honestly, I love
Right?
it. I love making things and trying to use my creative juices to do something, you know?
Yep. I like dragging everything out. I don't like putting everything back.
Oh, I
Like,
have my office is upstairs, my home office, because I work from home. But it's shared space with my craft room. It looks like a tornado ripped through it. I can't lie.
did you set your timer?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, let me know when your timer goes off, because I broke mine.
It's got about 4.5 minutes left.
Okay. And I think I'm going to have to cook mine for the full 45. I dropped my timer this morning when I was cleaning, and I broke it. It's still set on 40.
Oh no.
Okay. So I'll have you look at some comments. What do you? Oops,
Yeah.
that's
So,
false.
crime scene cleaner. She's a friend. Hey, girl.
Crime scene cleaner. That's a cool name.
That's her
Not if
profession.
you have that job, but it's a cool name.
Yeah. And Dandy. Hey, girl.
Sandy, explosion box. That's what it's called. An explosion box.
Oh,
They're
Sandy's made one.
fantastic.
Sandy's made one. Now,
Mhm.
if you want to know how to make cards and things like that, she's like a whiz at the Cricut.
I have one of those.
You do?
I have one. I used it till the little sticky thing that the plastic thing that has like the tacky that holds
Uh-huh.
the paper on it. I used it until those didn't work no more. And then I was like, I'm not buying no more of those. And then I looked up a way on YouTube where you can kind of like you can get a little more life out of them.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, yeah, I ain't got time for all that. So it kind of got put away. It's an awesome machine, but it's in the cupboard and it hasn't been used for probably, I don't know, 4 years. And I wasn't computer savvy either to hook it up to the stinking computer to tell it what to do.
Mm-hmm. I have one, and it's a dust collector. I've used it. I don't know. I could probably count on both hands the number of times I've used it. I just don't have time. I know how to
Yeah.
use it, and I have it hooked up to my computer. I just okay. I haven't set aside the time.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
time. I just haven't prioritized it.
Right, right, right. Mama Ames, we can do that together on the Cricut. She
Well,
trying to get you
I'm game for it. I'll make a pop up
right,
art or anything like that. I,
right.
I got all the paper. It's somewhere in my craft room where the tornado was.
Mm-hmm. You know what it is? So Dandy, if we miss your comment, it's just because we're talking, and then to talk and look at the thing. I know for me, I'm on a little pad device, and then the camera's over there. So for me to watch the chat, it's a little difficult, but not ignoring you guys. Definitely not ignoring you guys. Put it up for auction. So just so you know, Arthur, I thought about that, especially when I go on this marathon auction, because there's probably a buyer for it there. But then you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna tell you, like we're talking right now, and it's like, oh yeah, let's bust out the Cricut. And I'll be like, oh, I sold my folder.
That's exactly it. Yep. You're going to sell it. Because, see, I've been thinking about selling mine too. And then I'm thinking, as soon as I sell it, somebody, see, like Sandy just did, somebody's going to come along and say, let's do a Cricut project. And I'm going to be like,
Yeah.
I'll be up the creek without a paddle. And I'm going to be like, I'm going to be the lone girl left out.
Mm-hmm. Sandy says you can just wash them. Okay, what do we use to wash them? Are they like are they kind of like the kids sticky toys where you can just use a tiny little bit of dish soap and it brings back the tack? Because I didn't do anything to them because I didn't want to ruin what was there and I didn't know because somebody said you get this spray adhesive and you can put it and then it'll kind of work, but I didn't try it.
Oh, Dandy said it was the 10-minute wait after she subscribed.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I do that on my channel, and the reason why is because it helps to weed out the unwanteds on YouTube from putting in their nasty comment.
Yep. Keeps
So,
the bot.
yes. And
All
that
right.
way we don't have to try to get rid of them. It kind of leaves us free that we don't have to do that because I don't use a moderator. And so there's nobody else there to help me do that. And so I put that 10 minutes in there.
All right. My timer is off.
And if you don't like my channel, you can always unsubscribe after the live. I'm just telling you the real facts. You have to subscribe in order to comment, but if you decide I don't like it and you decide you take your sub away, that's okay too. No hard feelings.
But
But
you'll
that's why we do it.
like her.
Timer went off.
Yep.
Is yours done?
Looks good to me.
It looks fantastic. Like Mama Ames didn't tell me the timer went off. She's gonna let me burn mine.
No, I did. I said it. You just didn't hear me because you were talking.
I'm just teasing. Oh yeah, it's a beauty.
All right, I'm gonna move my camera down.
Oh, it's a beauty. Okay, so this is the finished product. Yours is more tan. So see, elevation plays a part.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it looks
So,
crispier. Ooh.
yeah. So I'm gonna leave mine in for a little bit longer so that mine browns up with the scotch.
It smells good.
Yes. Doesn't it look good?
It's got like a, I don't know. It looks like the top of like a creme brulee, almost. It's like flaky on the top. It's it's the sugar.
Yes. And the cream cheese. The cream cheese will make it have that how would you call it? Like what a cheesecake does. Davita, yes. You don't use mods either. Yeah. I don't. I don't. Okay, hold on a second. There was a comment on here. Dandy says, crime scene cleaner says, oh, please get some mats. We can help you. All right, so we're gonna have to do a craft with the Cricut. I'm down, especially as Christmas gets closer. I love to be able to give out homemade gifts. I encourage all my babies, all my grandbabies, even my daughters, they're grown, and they'll be like, Mom, I don't know what to get you. And I'm like, make me something. Just make me something. It could be a card. Just make me something. It doesn't have to be crazy. You don't have to go to the store. You don't have to spend money. You can bake me cookies. I tell my kids, you can bake me cookies. They're like, Mom, you're picky. I said, I'm not picky when it's stuff you make me.
Right.
When other people make it, yes. I'm just teasing. But when you guys make it, I can't be picky. They're your babies. You can't be picky when they're your babies.
That's right.
So their stuff will make you cry. Even if it's a purple elephant.
That's right.
Right?
And those are the things you keep.
Right? Sandy says Dawn, soap, and water, air dry. Okay, so that is what I thought of because of the texture of them. I just thought of the kids as sticky toys, but I didn't want to ruin them, because I didn't know for sure. So yes, so we need to set up a project day. I think that would be fun.
Okay.
Isn't there some? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Sandy said a cheesecake disappears at my house. It does in my house too.
Yep. You'll be like, you can have one piece, and it's like they take one piece for you and take the rest.
That's
Thrilled.
right.
And you made it.
No, I mean a cheesecake. Now, if this is anything like a cheesecake, then this will be gone.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be gone, girl. Crime Scene Cleaner says alcohol-free baby wipes, Dawn dish soap and water. Totally. Oops, it jumped on me. I'm so sorry. Totally awesome from Dollar Tree. Okay, so I'll have to get some more supplies for the Cricut. Arthur says, isn't there some type of infusion deal you can get that goes along with the Cricut? I don't know. I bought my Cricut. It has to be like 5 years ago, easy 5 years ago, and used it for probably a good 6 months straight because I was like on a Cricut frenzy, and then put it away because the things weren't sticky anymore, and it's been in the cupboard ever since. So anything new that has come out for Cricut, I wouldn't even know. Wouldn't even know. I don't know if you know about all that stuff, Mama Ames, but I don't know.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm not cricket. I'm not, what do you call it? Aficionado? I'm not one of those. I'm trying to use fancy words.
I,
Aficionado.
I really am not. Like I said, I made like the test project that the thing came with. And then I did a project for some friends, and I made something for my son's girlfriend, like cut out some vinyl and put it on a picture frame for her. And then I made a sun to go on one of my wreaths, and that's about it.
Yeah. And I made, the only thing that I made with mine was I made tags, like gift tags.
Mm-hmm.
They were like layered, glued together, different layers, embellished. I made gift tags for a women's luncheon to go
Mm-hmm.
on all the boxes. That's all I made with mine. After that, they didn't stick no more. I made too many. I made like 60 of them. And
Oh my
after that, the things
gosh.
weren't sticky anymore. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I got a Cricut for that task. But
Well,
yeah.
my first Cricut, I actually have two. I got one of the like early ones where you had to buy the little cartridges. I still have it, and it comes with a little thing that goes over top of the little keyboard, and you actually program it from the machine itself. It's all self-contained.
Okay.
And I made all of Ethan's first birthday party decorations with.
That's cool.
So I can be crafty with paper. Yeah, it was a monster theme, and I made all the centerpieces and the banners and everything.
Thank you, Crime Scene Cleaner, for answering Arthur's question. That's awesome. Okay. Okay, I'm mine out. It looks delicious. Oh yeah, this is better. So you only needed 40 minutes, and again, it's probably because you're at a different elevation than I am, and I needed the actual 45. So now here it is browned up.
Okay. Yep.
And you can see that it's nice and brown around the edges. And I will tell you, that's that chewy, kind of like a caramely chewy texture on the edges.
Yum.
So it's delicious. But we gotta let it cool for about 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
She's like, you can eat it hot, but because it's that how would you say, kind of like a gooey, you might burn yourself. So I mean, if you want to taste it hot, you knock yourself out. But I'm just telling you from experience, you might burn your lip.
I'll wait. I can wait.
You know how like hot caramel stays hot for a long time? Yeah. Homemade gifts are the best. I agree. I agree. Yes, yes, yes. So, what does your calendar look like? Are you down for setting a date, or do you want to wait a little bit, or what?
We can set a date.
Okay, let me grab my calendar. Rose says, my kids eat cake hot and it crumbles everywhere. Yes, because it's got to cool so that it can bind. Yep. It's almost like having I don't even know what to call it. Almost like you're eating crackers, but moist. All right, let me grab my book.
Thank you guys for coming today. I appreciate it. It was good to see some familiar names in the chat, and well, everybody in the chat was familiar to me. I've seen you guys on Rita's channel in the chat before, and then my friends coming to support. That's so cool. I really do appreciate it.
Okay, so I'm going to let you pick the date and time because I can move stuff around. It's easy for me to plan around something if I know about it. Does that make sense? Then me pick the date. It's easier if you pick the date and then I move stuff around.
All right, what are we planning? Give me
So
the time.
don't no Friday morning. That's my sourcing day. No Friday morning.
Okay.
Other than that, you can pick whenever you want.
What topic are we doing? What are we planning?
Okay. So the first one we need to pick is like the hot topic.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Let's so next week I'm pretty much free in the evenings
Okay.
because my work schedule, since I have Monday off for the holiday, I have to work 8-hour days because I get a paid vacation. I get a paid day on Monday. So
Okay.
to get 40 hours, I have to work 8-hour days and not 10. So I should be off work by 5.
Okay.
So I'm free every evening if you want to do it in the evening. But the thing is, I
Okay.
have to Friday. So I can't do it during the day on Friday.
Friday won't work anyway because Friday's the popcorn challenge.
That's right.
So that day I'm already taken in the evening. But you can pick any one of those other days if you would like.
You know what? It's June up there. I flipped the calendar on my wall.
Crime Scene says, we can get you guys up to speed and laugh through the mistakes. Yes, you definitely can do that. You definitely can do that.
Next week.
And Bargain Shopper says, hello, Mama Ames and everybody.
Hello. Oh, there's Mimi. Hi, Mimi. I didn't see you come in. Lots of familiar faces. I posted the link to the live tonight on my community tab.
Aw, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
What do you think about Wednesday?
Wednesday the 6th. Is that what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Wednesday the 6th. And what time is good for you?
Around the same time is good.
So this was 3 o'clock my time, which is, what time is it for you? 5 or 6?
It's 6.
6 for you. So you're 3 hours ahead of me.
Yeah. I'll get off around 5. Can we do 7 my time?
7 your time would be 4 my time?
Yeah. Would that work for you?
Yep.
Okay.
And I will make a thumbnail and I'm going to put your name on the thumbnail, okay?
Okay. That's fine.
I don't do pictures, but I put your name there, if that's
You
okay.
can do that. You can do that.
Okay, so that will be the 6th. Okay, and then if you want to schedule a craft day and you want to pick that, then we can pick that as well. Look at her dancing. She's anticipating a bite.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We can do, if you want to do the I don't want to take up all your slots if you've got other people that you've invited up on your channel.
I haven't. I have offered it out, but I don't have anybody marked down.
Okay. Well, if you want, I'm off on that Friday the 15th.
Okay, that's the weekend I'm going with to see my granddaughter.
Okay, then that's definitely more important.
But about any other one? Normally, any other one is fine.
Okay. What about let me think. What about the following Friday?
The 22nd?
Yep, you're gonna be around then.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
So now remember, crafts take a little minute, right? So you want to make sure that you have enough time, so you have enough. How would you say? Pick a sweet spot for you, time frame.
Well, with the time difference.
Ew, bargain shopper. I feel bad for you, girl. You're a girl or you're a guy? Is bargain shopper a girl or a guy?
Oh.
I don't mean to offend you if I called you a girl and you ain't, because I don't know by your name. But wisdom teeth are sorry. Just saying. I feel for you.
Yeah. Oh, she said I'm a girl.
Okay, cool. Because I'll be like, girl. You're like, I'm not a girl. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
the dentist's orders. Be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Drink from any straws.
Yes.
And take those pain meds like you're supposed to.
Yep.
important after you have those wisdom teeth out.
Don't suffer.
No.
Don't suffer. Don't
Not
go get a refill. Don't don't go get the refill. That's how you get hooked. But take the ones that they give you through the pain.
That's right. That's right. Yeah,
Don't
I
be
mean,
tough.
the 22nd is fine. Just I know you just said you go sourcing in the morning. So what time is good for you?
Anytime after like 1 o'clock my time, which would be 4 o'clock your time. Is that too late?
I don't think so.
Is that too okay? So 1 p.m. my time,
Yeah.
which would be 4 o'clock your time.
Yeah.
Okay. Craft day. And if anybody else wants to pop up with us, that you're here and you want to pop up with us and you want to come on, just let us know. And we can make it happen. And we can do it either way. If you want to put it on your channel, we can do your channel, or we could do my channel. It doesn't matter to me. So either which way. So
We can do.
if you need more time hours on yours, are you still trying to get more hours for your 1,000 subs?
Yeah, I need more watch hours, but the problem is that I don't use StreamYards.
Well, you don't have to use StreamYard.
I don't know
Is
how
that
to get people up on my channel through YouTube.
oh
That.
okay. Okay. So
And
so is that the only way to bring someone up a stream? I don't even know. I just started out with StreamYard, so I
I,
wouldn't even be able to tell you how YouTube works.
I've
That's
used
terrible.
I've used StreamYards, but I've only used the free version. I'm too cheap to buy it.
Okay. Okay. It's not that you're not okay, so let me tell you. You're not cheap. You're being thrifty.
Okay.
You're being thrifty. Change the words a little bit. You're not cheap,
Okay.
girl. You're
Okay.
being thrifty.
Okay.
And you're probably being very wise with your budget. So, um,
Well, one day when I'm actually monetized, I'll use some of that money to buy StreamYard.
there you go. There you go. Okay, so unless you find out a way to do it without StreamYard, then we'll go ahead and do it on mine until then. And if not, we'll figure out how to do it. Because
We'll
that
just
way you're getting your watch hours.
we'll do it on yours. Well, let's just
Okay.
plan on doing it on yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan, Stan. I'm excited. What are we making?
I don't know.
You have to choose because I've already picked the dessert.
Okay, I'll figure out something.
Okay. And once a month, we'll do another dessert. How's that?
Okay, sounds
Once a
good.
month, we'll plan a dessert, and once a month, we can plan a craft.
Okay.
And if that's too much, then you can say, no, I can't do it this month, and there's no hard feelings either which way.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
The only person who's going to holler at you is maybe the chat.
How
I'm
does
just teasing.
that feel about that?
Right? Okay, let's see. Bargain says, thank you, Angel. I'm actually doing really good so far. And I'm a girl. Yay. I got it right. Arthur says, anything tooth related sucks. I agree. I agree. Hold on, it jumped on me. I'm really doing okay. I'm shocked. No pain pills so far, just ibuprofen. That's awesome. That
Oh, wow.
means you had a good dentist. Were you awake, Bargain? Oh, they're asking you, were you awake for the procedure? I know I was awake for mine. I had 2 yanked at one time and then 2 yanked at another time.
Oh, wow.
One bad experience with the first dentist and the next experience was totally different. And Kelly in Texas says, such a fun group. We're glad you enjoy yourself, girl. Let's see. Davita says, do you live in Northern or Southern California, Booty Chick? I live in Southern California. I'm all the way down by Barstow, kind of like in the middle between Las Vegas and Los Angeles. Barstow would be where you get your gas and your snacks before you head the rest of the way to one of those directions. We're called a pit stop. Literally. Literally. Bargain Shopper says, yes, Davita, I had a fracture on one of them, so the relief was better than the pain. I was in two out, so I'm really relieved. Hello, are you just in time for a taste?
Maybe.
Ethan? Maybe. I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna think Mama is the best baker in the whole wide world.
What do you think?
I think so.
Yep.
Should we taste it? Is it
No.
time?
You don't
Not
think?
yet?
I haven't had dinner yet.
Oh, well,
Babes.
So I'm gonna tell you this. If you have a taste, you don't have to eat the whole thing. But then you know not to overeat your dinner so you can have another piece.
That's right.
He's like, I don't know. If I like it, I might not want dinner. I just might want dessert.
He's a picky kid. I'll tell you. What do you think? I'm gonna cut it.
Cut a little bit.
I
Try
am.
a little bit.
Bargain Shopper says, hi, Ethan.
Hi.
I'm cutting it. What do you think?
It looks like a cake with Ritz on top.
With Ritz on top. It does kind
Davita says there's twins right there.
of.
Aww.
Sorry for the clanking.
I'm excited for you to try this.
That's loud.
I hope I think it's good.
Let me get a fork.
I like vanilla stuff.
You do like vanilla stuff.
So,
It's like a chewy kind of cake.
what's
You
in
love
it?
brownies.
I do love brownies. What's in it? Is this kind of like a vanilla Oreo? Kind of.
I don't think I've had a vanilla Oreo, but the crust would remind me of a cookie. Ooh,
A little bit.
a little bit.
Yeah.
You want to taste it first?
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I think it is.
You like it?
Yeah.
So even the champion eater would like it.
Ooh, that is good.
It's good, huh? See? I told you.
That's really good.
Can I get another piece? No, I mean a bite. Not another piece of bite.
I think I want a piece for dinner now.
That's very good.
It's very good, right? And super easy.
Mm-hmm.
You really can't mess it up. Really, you can't mess that up. So even if you're not a baker, you can actually make this and you can impress some people. This thing, we're not supposed to be trying to brag on ourselves, but hey, if you can make a fantastic dessert that people want you to bring again, why not? So just a little tip, make sure you go around the whole entire can with your knife. That way, as it cools, you'll still be able to get it out because it will tear it apart if you don't. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that.
All right,
it's yummy, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad you like it. I'm super glad you like it.
I love the edge.
The edges, right? They're chewy, right? Is that a good description?
Yes.
I like the chewy part.
The edge is chewy. And the center is, I don't know how to describe the consistency. It's not a cake, like the topping part, but it's not a pie.
So I'm going to show you how it looks. So I don't know if my lighting is good. Let's see if I can get that. Okay, so you're going to have your toasty top. You're going to have it kind of, it's not dry. It's not dry. It's still got some moistness in that topping layer. And then your cake layer is kind of like your cookie crust at the bottom. And this edge right here, it's really chewy. It's hard to explain, but it's a good chewy. Yeah. I'm gonna go run this. I'm gonna run this to my hubby because he always gets first taste. I can't not do it. I will be right back.
You're gonna eat the whole piece.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I'll probably still eat. I said I didn't originally want hot dogs. He said we have a pork chop left, so.
Davita says, I love your kitchen cabinets, Booted Chick. I know. I love her kitchen. I told her that too. I said, oh my gosh, girl, I love your kitchen. We had somebody stop by today and we talked about some things that we want to do in our kitchen. So I don't know what kind of prices he's going to come back with, but we'll see. Davita said she loves your cabinets.
I'm so sorry that we can't share this with you guys. Like, I actually am sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I wish there was a way that we could, like, give you a bite.
Yeah.
It's good, right? Yay!
Yeah, it's good.
I'm so happy he likes it.
Okay.
Happy he
Take
likes it.
supper.
No. It's a pre-supper dessert.
Hey, tell everybody else they have to wait.
Where you going, kitty? Where you going?
I can make their own.
I'm going to show. Even the cat was coming over. Where'd he go?
He's right here.
See the cat?
She said she took a long nap on the recliner. Those are the best. Naps on the recliner are the best.
There he is. Hello.
Here's my kitty.
The chills were nuts.
You want some too?
I don't think he will.
I think he will. Come here.
We'll try it.
Kitty, kitty. Come here. You want some? You want a piece?
Yeah, I just got over a yuck. I just got over the flu myself. And I will say the chills and the body aches were the worst. I'm eating his piece. He just walks in the door. You want a piece of this, Dad?
You ate it.
No, sure.
Even the cat likes
Take
us. Take us over to the kitchen. Okay, I will.
Huh? So Mama James made this with me, right?
Oh, nice.
And,
Are you live right now?
and they love it. Yes, I am live.
No.
Alright.
2 thumbs up.
Did you say hi? You can't be in
I
there
know.
and not say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Eric.
You gotta say hi. And this is Ethan. You see him down here? And he approves of this dessert.
What's up, buddy?
Uh-huh.
Hey.
It's
So
It's fantastic.
It's very good. He's
It
eating
is.
the whole piece.
I ate the whole thing.
Yes, the fatigue lasts a long time. I have to say, the fatigue is the worst part of the flu. Oh, Arthur said to tell you hi, babe. He said hello.
You did.
He's
You
like,
ate
he grabbed his dessert and he's out of here.
the
I'm in Southern California. Southern California, the high desert. We're considered the high desert.
So it's in here.
So are you going to take this to your next potluck?
Absolutely.
Right? She's going to be like this. I'll bring dessert.
You should bring some of this to the cookout.
Oh, yeah. My sister's birthday is Monday. I should.
That
I'll
and the
take-
cookout.
I'll take whatever's left. But
That and the cookout.
my mom and dad are having a cookout Monday for her birthday, but she'll have to have birthday cake.
Right?
But I'll take what's left
There's
of
more
this if there's any left.
Or just wrap her up one piece.
I'll
Just
have
wrap
to.
her up.
I'll have to.
She has to eat it.
It's so
Girl,
good.
you put one of these pieces of this with one of your pretty cards, and she's going to be in heaven.
Mm.
Mhm.
Well, oh, do I still have it? No, it's upstairs. She's a pediatric nurse practitioner, and so I found something for her at an estate sale. for her birthday. Stay here and talk to the people. I'm going to show them.
Hey, you gotta keep mom's algorithm going. You gotta keep it up there. You gotta keep it going.
All right.
I get a kick out of the fact that you know all that stuff. I think that's amazing. You gotta give us pointers so that we can do really well together.
Now,
Mhm.
back.
I'll have to take the price tag off before I give it to her.
Oh, look how pretty.
Yeah.
Aww.
An old
That's
fashioned
neat.
when they still wore the caps,
Yes, that's a neat find.
holding the baby.
Mm-hmm.
And then this.
Oh, nice.
So I figured that she could sit them on her desk at work.
Does she have an office?
She works in a clinic, in a pediatric neurology clinic, seeing patients. So she has her own desk.
Hmm. Gotcha. That's cool. Because then when she sees it, it makes her heart happy. She's thinking of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's those moments where you're having like maybe you're having a rough day today, and then you see that thing, and it's just like, oh, that's like having a hug from your sister at when the time when you can't get one. Mhm.
Yep.
I love it. Great idea. Great idea.
He's like, "Are you almost done? Are you almost done? Are you almost done?"
I'm
Ethan, what?
hungry. I'm hungry.
You're hungry. It's dinner time. I know. I know. You have to help us organize our time, Ethan, so we don't interrupt daily duties.
Okay.
He's like, no, Mama, you can't go live then. That's dinner time.
Dad doesn't want to do it. Well,
Oh, you probably wouldn't like what Dad makes. I'm not bagging on your dad, but most dads, you're eating peanut butter and jelly. You're gonna get peanut butter and jelly. Or they'll throw you a curveball and serve you tuna fish.
Ew.
Okay, so there you go. There you go. Just saying. And you know what they'll say about it? You know what they'll say about it? They're just trying to make you tough. They're just trying to make you tough.
Ew. We don't do
yeah.
tuna. Ugh. I don't like tuna fish.
Right? I only like my tuna. It's the only fish I eat.
Yeah.
I'm not a fish eater, so.
You've never had fish at all. Yeah, because you won't try it. Excuse
give
me.
it to me. I will.
Oh, really? Okay, all these people are
You
witness.
force me to.
Nope. He said, if you give it to me, I will try it.
Okay.
Then he
So we
changed
need to see a cooking live. Mama's cooking fish in the kitchen. And Ethan shows up to be the taste tester.
Yeah.
He's like, oh man.
I know. And he said, if you force me to, you said if you give it to me.
Does popcorn shrimp count?
No, that's not fish.
Shrimp is basically fish.
Well, it comes from the water. You kind of get half a point. Half a point for shrimp. Half a point. Only because it's in the water.
Ugh.
You don't like popcorn shrimp?
I don't like any of it.
Yeah, I don't like any of it either. To me, it's like licking the inside of a fish tank. That's what I imagine. It's like, yeah, no.
But the popcorn shrimp doesn't even have shrimp.
No. Mm-mm.
Hey, have you ever had frog legs?
No.
Mm-mm.
I know that existed.
Tastes like the same thing with that dirty water. I've had them. They're not intolerable, but they're not my first choice either, ever. But frog legs. I've tasted alligator before too. Alligator. And I'm sure it wasn't cooked well. Just
More.
Was it chewy?
Oh.
Kinda. It's hard to even explain it. It just was icky.
Ugh.
It's got that water taste too. I don't know what I account all of it to that fish tank water. Like if you smell a fish tank and that's the taste that you imagine,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it all tastes like to me.
I think so too. I can eat some, like I like flounder, but only fried.
Only if it's fry that flounder.
I don't like any. Well, I like rockfish. I'll eat rockfish, but it has to be cooked right.
Mm.
Oh, and I do like fish tacos.
My husband loves fish tacos.
I do.
Especially
I love.
from Mexico. Like, when is that ever going to happen? Right? Like
I
swamp.
love. Oh.
You called it, Sandy, like swamp. I'm eating a swamp. Yes.
But all that other stuff, I don't like shrimp. I won't eat oysters or clams or any of that. Nope. No, thank you.
High five. High five. Like I said, I only do tuna in the can, but my tuna only.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to have mayonnaise and pickles and all that stuff in it, or I won't touch it.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I see it. You're like, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. So I'm going to let you go. Thank you for making dessert with me today.
It was fun.
And I'm glad. I hope you have a good time. But you need to talk a little bit more because you're very chatty on your lives.
Yeah. Well, I feel like if I'm on someone else's channel, I'm a guest, so I have to follow. I feel like I'm following their lead, so I'm following your lead, and I'm being
Jump
respectful.
in. Both feet. Jump in.
Okay.
I don't want to fill all the space myself.
Okay.
And I can do it, but the whole point of sharing is sharing. So you just jump in.
Okay.
Say, hey, I need to say something. Like, shh, I need to talk for a minute. I'd be like, okay, cool.
All right, you did it now.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. So a big thank you to everybody that's been here with us. I hope that you try this out. I think it's something that you will love. And it's super easy. So if you're still trying to branch out and bake something, this is like foolproof, guys. Foolproof. So I'm not big on putting all the details in the chat or in the description. So you'll just have to keep rewatching it. Stop it, pause it through the directions, and hopefully you'll get to make it. Or you can just type it into the search bar in YouTube, and maybe you can find another channel that cooks a lot of this style of stuff, and you can enjoy their channel. So please make sure that a lot of you here, you already know Mama Ames and you are already subbed to her and you follow her. If not, please make sure you check her out. All you have to do is type in Mama Ames at the top in the bar and it'll pull up her channel. So you can check out her lives that she puts on and catch her sales. She needs to do some sales. And then also put your notifications on so that you get notified when either one of us go live, so you can hang out with us. So it's awesome to meet you guys. Those of you that followed Mama Ames over, it's awesome to meet you guys. I hope you had a wonderful time. Mama Ames, you get to close us out.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, you get to close us out, and then when you're all done talking, do we need to do back room, or you're cool with going on and doing your dinner and stuff?
with whatever you want.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and close out, and then I'll let you get to your family stuff, and then we'll chat later.
Okay, sounds good.
So you get to close us out, and then I will play the outro.
Okay. Thanks for coming, everyone, and I really loved seeing everybody. What?
Say your.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna say what I always say at the end of my videos. But just thank you, everybody. It was really nice to see some support from my channel coming in, and just be sure to subscribe and hit that bell right here on the Booted Chick, because
the video.
Y'all are good people, and
yeah.
you'll love Rita's channel. I promise. I'm gonna put my stamp of approval on it.
Aww.
Good people, and you'll love it here. So keep being kind to each other, because there's way too much meanness in this world.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah, you know I hit the wrong one, right? Here we go. This is the real one.